So a lot of people have been talking about this, that I follow here on YouTube, or if you're, listening to this through other means, I'm doing the on camera video edition of this for YouTube. But a lot of people were talking about this, and it's kind of one of those situations to where it's like JD from NY206 has mentioned several times. If you don't hear it from somebody that's in the business, from the actual person, if you don't hear it from their own mouth, then don't believe it. Don't believe anything you hear. But when it comes to The Rock, apparently he's a little, I guess you could say, PO'd, if you will, when it comes to Dave Meltzer. Now, why would he be PO'd at him? Well, Meltzer has reported that The Rock will not be there at WrestleMania. And it's due to some scheduling conflicts, mostly in this case, reshoots for the live-action Moana 2 movie, which is scheduled to come out summer of next year. And if that is the case, if that is the case, how does Meltzer know that? Is Meltzer in contact with somebody on the set of Moana 2, on the live-action Moana, and they're telling him? How does Meltzer know that? And why would, The Rock be, Dwayne Johnson be angry about that? Why would he be upset, with Meltzer for reporting something that would not obviously be true if it's not coming from Dwayne's mouth? Well, that's a good question. Could this be an indication that Meltzer was probably right? We don't know. Again, it could be the fact that Meltzer got in contact with somebody there, paid somebody off there on the production team who anonymously is letting him know this is what's going on, and that's how he's reporting it. But we can't say. He's just observing from what he's seen, could be the possibility. Now, a lot of people like Alex 6, in his recent video right here, basically said that he doesn't believe what Meltzer is saying. That The Rock is the legit final boss, not just on camera and in character, but legitimately. If he wants to be there at WrestleMania 41 in Vegas, he's going to be there. Especially with the ticket prices going up as high as they are. If he wants to be there, he will be there, in some capacity. And he is right about that. If Rock decides, hey, I want to be there in Vegas, if he has say over the production right now, the filming and everything of Moana 2, live action Moana, I should say. If he has say of, hey, can we not film today? I got to go to Vegas, not film this weekend. I got to go to Vegas and I got to appear for WrestleMania and all that. If he has some say over that, then yeah, he'll be able to, make that appearance. He'll be able to make that appearance and everything, because, he has, like I say, he has some final say in there. Like maybe his $7 production, I think that's what it's called, is working with Disney to put this together, put this live action version together. So if that's the case, then it's obvious that he would have final say, in basically wanting to take the weekend off so he can, appear at WrestleMania in some capacity. Now, again, though, the question is, why is he angry? All he has to do is come on camera and say, guys, I don't know what you're hearing from Meltzer, but none of that's true. I will be at Mania. You can guarantee that, and that's it. All he has to do is just come out and confirm he will be at WrestleMania. Just do a video on his Instagram, do a video on TikTok, do a video on Facebook, on Twitter/X, Blue Sky, and say he's going to be there at WrestleMania, and basically put these, reports and rumors that Meltzer and others are saying about him, otherwise, to bed. Just do it. Just do it. But he hasn't. He hasn't, which kind of makes people wonder, maybe did Dave get something right for once? Because he hasn't gotten anything right, as of late. But could it be he's gotten something right here? And let's be honest, whether you like Dave Meltzer or you don't, or you feel sorry for him for being so inaccurate for the first time in his career that it's, pathetic and everything, you have to admit that Meltzer's been in this business long enough as a insider, as an observer, as a fan, and all that. He has legit contacts and everything that he could probably sniff out something, amiss, when it comes to something like this. he can sniff out something like this, sniff out something being wrong, I should say, when it comes to something like this. So he might be just observing the fact that he's seen this before throughout his decades-long career, and he's looking at it and being like, yeah, all signs are pointing to Rock not being there. Now, again, all Rock has to do is just come out and debunk these. That's all he has to do, but he hasn't done it. And yet now you have him upset. He's mad. Dave Meltzer and others are reporting that he's not going to be there. You have reports coming out that he was upset that this information got out there. These leaks of him not being there got out there. Well, if he's mad, again, go on camera and debunk it. But he's not. He hasn't done it yet. Now, he could appear and everything. He's that kind of person to where he'll let this play out, and just when it looks like he's not going to appear, he will appear, and that will be, how he shuts everybody up. That's will be how he once again proves, people like Dave Meltzer wrong. But right now, as crazy as it sounds, due to his experience seeing this kind of stuff play out in the past, throughout his decades-long career, it almost feels like he might be right about something here. It almost feels like he might be on the nose about something here. And again, maybe it's just based on what he's seen in the past. Maybe he is in contact with somebody anonymously that's letting him know what's going on. We don't know. We don't know. But I can say this. Let's say basically, Rock. Let's say basically Rock. He's the final boss, right? He can be there at WrestleMania if he wants, right? He has that right. But let's say, for example, even if the $7 production is behind this remake of Moana along with Disney, let's say, Rock is planning to do it, but then he gets stopped. He gets stopped by Disney because they'll show him the contract that states he has to be, at all these shoots and reshoots because he committed to it. And if he's not, he's in breach of the contract, and they can take him to court. What if that's the case? What if it's some kind of contractual agreement? Like, he's looking at this, he's reading the fine print, he's realizing, oh shit, I gotta be here for the reshoots as well. And then he sees when those reshoots are scheduled for. Who's to say that's not maybe what's going on? And maybe somebody on set contacted Dave, or contacted someone, and that someone contacted Dave, and that's how Dave found out, and other people found out that, hey, this is what's going on. This is why Rock may not be at Mania. We don't know. We don't know exactly what's happening until The Rock says something. And to me, all Dwayne Johnson has to do is go on his Instagram, go on his Facebook, go on his Twitter, go on social media, go on his YouTube, and state to the world, everything you're hearing about The Rock not being at WrestleMania is false. It's a load of fucking shit. And I will be there, and I'll be the first thing you see. And the last thing you see. That's all he has to do. That's all he has to do. But until he does that, Dave Meltzer and other people that have been reporting this, Mike Johnson, Sean Ross Sapp, they might be in the right. And I do apologize for the notification there. I'm recording this on my phone, but hey, they might be in the right here for once. They might be in the accurate right here, if you will, for once. Even if Triple H in the Royal Rumble press conference said, I can tell you they don't know anything, which is a shot at them. Even though Triple H said that, Triple H has no idea what's going on, at the productions of something like Moana, or who's in contact with who. So we'll have to just wait and see. But like I said, Rock hasn't said anything yet. So unless he plans to keep it all a secret, under wraps, and then show up during Mania, at the start of the first night of Mania and at the end of the second night of Mania, then, hey, if that's his plan, good. More power to him. It'll visually shut up and debunk all those rumors and reports. Make people like Meltzer, Sapp, and Johnson have egg on their face again. Or if he doesn't do that, he should at least get online and let people know that everything we're hearing is false and that he will be there as the first and last thing we see. But we'll just have to see. Because again, it could be a number of situations. It could be contractually he's committed to be there for the reshoots, whether he wants to or not. Because if not, he'll be in breach of that contract and he could get taken to court. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. What do you think is going to happen with The Rock? Do you think he should at least come out and say something? Or do you think maybe he's waiting till Mania to show up as the first thing we see and maybe the last thing we see, during WrestleMania weekend to shut up all the, insiders and reporters and all that say, otherwise? Let me know. Comment down below, like the video, ring the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, go to all the places linked in the description to find my content elsewhere. You can find me at all your favorite audio and video podcast affiliates like iTunes, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Audible, Spotify, Pandora, Overcast. Anywhere there's a podcast, you will be able to find mine. I do apologize for that notification again, guys. Like I said, I'm recording this on my phone. Also, find me at rumble.com at BWRoses, odyssey.com at BWRoses, VENMO.com at BWRoses. Check out the Venmo and Cash App to help support there. Also, guys, check me out at deviantart.com at BVW1979, inkbuddy.net at BWRoses, and check out the Teespring store. Links are in the description for merchandise you can't get anywhere else. As well as check me out at Twitter/X at BWRoses and Blue Sky at BWRoses. But guys, give me your thoughts on all of this. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Meltzer and all the other people are actually onto something now? Or do you think maybe The Rock's just waiting for the right time to put egg on their face once again? Let me know, and until then, I am out.